Good morning. It is important for all of us today to know what lies ahead of us. Much like the story about the pencil, the following quote from the book, The Calling of the American Mind, tells us how we should carry ourselves to be the most open minded and result people we can be. From time to time in the years to come, I hope you'll be treated unfairly so that you will come to know the value of justice. I hope that you will suffer betrayal because this will teach you the importance of loyalty. Sorry to say, but I hope you will be lonely from time to time so that you don't take friends for granted. I wish you bad luck again from time to time so that you will be more conscious of the role of chance in life and understand that your success is not completely deserved and that the failure of others is not completely deserved either. And when you lose, as you will from time to time, I hope every now and then your opponent will gloat over your failure. It is a way for you to understand the importance of sportsmanship. I hope you'll be ignored so you know the importance of listening to others. And I hope you will have just enough pain to learn compassion. Whether I wish these things or not, they're going to happen. And whether you benefit from them or not will depend on your ability to see the message in your misfortunes. We can all at least take one thing from this quote, and I hope you remember this as we venture out into whatever path we have chosen for ourselves. With a sound mind and a full heart, I am more than confident that each of us graduating today will face the world head on and come out on top. Let us pray. Dear God, we come unto you in thankfulness and humility, knowing that this day of graduation is evidence of your goodness. While we praise you for this milestone, we praise you even more for a love that calls us out of religion and into a relationship with your Son, Jesus. May you fill the minds and hearts of every graduate, giving us a peace that passes all understanding. With so many futures being planned, we find this same peace in knowing you alone determine our steps. All honor and glory is given to you this day. Thank you, Lord, in advance for all the awesome things you will do through the class of 2020. In your name we pray. Amen.
To the first kid in the family to graduate, to the kid who wanted one last slide at home plate, and to the couple who wanted to dance the night away, it's gonna be okay. To the grandparents who wanted to see the age, to see their babies walk across that stage. It might have been all ruined by a plague, but it's gonna be okay. This year's been wild and out of sorts. We've had to cancel prom and sports. Our list got longer as we watched the panic grow. We wanted memories with our friends. We wanted family to attend our graduation, but we didn't know it would end this way. But all I can say, it's gonna be okay. Graduation's only a stepping stone, a chance to see just how much we've grown. In just a few months we'll be on our own. It's gonna be okay. This ain't the time to sit down and cry. Shake wishing, but we didn't know it would end this way. But all I can say, it's gonna be okay. Be confined, but this year's seniors are one of a kind. This year's been wild and out of sorts. I hope next year they'll have prom and sports. And if there's something that you wanna say, you better say it with the time you've got, 'cause time flies faster than we thought. So as we all go on our own way, didn't know it would end this way, but all I can say, it's gonna be okay.
Would like to thank Ethan and Avery and Ariel for writing and singing that. Very powerful. And it is going to be okay. Parents, family, and friends, the class of 2020 is a very special class. I'm humbled and proud to stand before you today as the principal of Southmore High School. It is a true blessing and honor. The class of 2020 has 26 North Carolina academic scholars. To achieve this accolade, the students maintained an unweighted GPA of 3.5 or better and took a more rigorous course load. We also have 24 graduating seniors who maintain a 4.0 weighted GPA or better. This is an outstanding achievement for any school, but a special one for our size. Lastly, the class of 2020 has been offered more than $2.8 million in scholarship money this year. This class should be very proud of their accomplishments. I am. Now it is my distinct pleasure to introduce our two seniors who will be speaking to you today. Our first speaker will be Aiden Rouse. Our second speaker will be Michaela Elmore. At this time, I'll say a few kind words from one of Aiden's teachers. Picture it. You have trained for months with a partner to become so in sync with each other that you practically read each other's minds. You develop your own language, phrases, and names for objects that can be used to craft a mystery build. Competition is days away, and something happens to you to separate you from your partner and collaborator, but the show must go on, and a new partner joins you so that you can still compete. You and your newly acquired comrade nervously fidget as you're escorted by your dashing and smart, brilliant, definitely brilliant coach to your battle destination before he returns to home base room and eagerly awaits your return and feedback. Approximately an hour later, you return to the home base where you barely lift your face and spill the beans. You never even competed. You just stood outside the door of your competition room, awaiting for an invitation to come inside. And instead of knocking, you just let the entire event take place without you. Oh, we've had some fun times, haven't we? Aiden Rouse is a wonderful young woman that I've had the pleasure of teaching in both my chemistry class and my AP Environmental Science class. For years, she was a valuable member of my Quiz Bowl team, as well as my Science Olympiad team. I was able to watch her mature into an excellent, more confident citizen as she took on more responsibility and found her voice. Her senior year was capitalized by her love for animals and her work at the Five Oaks Animal Hospital. So I was rarely able to visit her as much as I formerly could, unless I was taking my pet in for a checkup. She is an NC State fan through and through. And I'm excited she gets to follow her dream and join the Wolfpack under whatever circumstances COVID-19 may bring in the fall. Always inquisitive, she had plenty of questions for me in chemistry, but she was a superior student who was very capable of handling all the material that I sent her way. Later in my AP Enviro class, it became more obvious that she was getting stretched by extracurriculars and a job. but she never let it cripple her. She made herself conquer the AP exam and was rewarded credit due to her success at the end of the semester. I enjoyed getting the opportunity to watch her think about topics presented in my course, and I feel like she certainly took a lot of personal interest in many of the things we did in class. Aiden's compassion and love for animals is remarkable and only makes me love her more as a person. She is such an incredibly nice gal, and despite the occasional eye roll, she generally tries to find the best in people. I appreciate the hard work she puts into her studies, the determination that she has to succeed in whatever she chooses to do, and admire her for keeping her calm in the maelstrom that is the life of a teenager. If I could have a classroom full of Aidens, even if they chose to be members of the Wolfpack Nation, I would sign up for that group any day of the week. At this time, Aiden will come forward and give her senior speech.
Good morning, class of 2020. The day we have thought about since kindergarten has finally arrived. This day did not come easily, as we have faced many challenges along the way. First, most of us entered the world soon after 9/11, and then 2 months ago, we experienced our first pandemic. In the midst of the world's chaos, many of us were wondering if this day would even be possible. Our 13-year journey ends today. It has been roughly 2,340 days of making memories with people we will never forget. We entered the main office of South Lenoir High School in August of 2016. As freshmen, both terrified and excited to see what this new chapter held. We have always been told you'll never realize how fast time flies until it's over. No truer words have ever been spoken. In elementary school, most of us could not wait to get to middle school, unless you were like my friend group and cried your eyes out at your 5th grade graduation. Elementary school taught us to read, write, and how to do basic math and science problems. Gym taught us to watch your fingers on the gym floor sliders and to keep your eyes open when running underneath the parachute. The colored cafeteria cups inspired a bunch of 3rd graders to sing Red Solo Cup during lunch. If we only knew the true meaning then and why our teachers were so frustrated. Many of these lessons were learned the hard way, yet they will stay with us forever. Leaving elementary school felt like the hardest thing we had ever done in our lives. However, we had no idea what was in store. Middle school, a statement that can stand alone. Everyone either loves or hates middle school. It was an interesting experience in which our awkwardness reached its peak. This is where sports, band, art, and other extracurricular activities began. Our outfits and makeup were fashion statements all by themselves, from the bootcut jeans stage and the foundation that was way too dark for our face. It's funny how our parents loved us enough to not say anything, and we can sit back and laugh now looking through the old pictures. Class of 2020, we definitely left our mark on middle school. Remember the great AR scandal of 8th grade? And the memorable 8th grade social? We learned many life lessons from our teachers throughout those 3 years. Someone once said, middle school is exactly what it sounds like, a mixed up mess of nothing and yet everything at the same time. Now on to high school, supposedly the best 4 years of our lives. We started once again at the bottom of the totem pole as freshmen, picking classes, having more freedom, electives, and more extracurricular activities were all new to us. As the excitement increased, so did the pressure and stress. I cannot speak for the rest of my class when I say this, but these 4 years have been the most stressful years of my life thus far. Freshman year was a breeze and flew by in the blink of an eye. Signing up for every activity and event possible and taking in the complete high school experience was our main goal. There were a few obstacles that year. Anybody remember that hurricane and the 2-week break? Sophomore year became a little bit more intense with our coursework, but we continued as if nothing had changed. However, junior year was a complete 180. We began thinking about colleges, the SAT, the ACT, and dual enrollment courses. Our nights became later and our stress increased. Junior year held many hard times. Remember that other hurricane? But it also had some of the most memorable. Most of us attained our driver's license and our first cars. We danced the night away at our junior prom with our best friends. Senior year, the year we had been looking forward to for 13 years, was finally here. Most of our classes were off campus. We were busy working and going to school. However, we all seemed to cross paths and keep in touch. So many memories were supposed to be made this year. Our senior prom, awards day, the baccalaureate, and senior breakfast, all of which were sadly taken from us by the recent pandemic. Please remember, this does not diminish the memories we have made thus far. Since this past August, I have reflected on the memories I have made in the best high school I could have ever attended. Thank you to Mr. Santaman for being a servant leader and willing to do anything for anyone. Thank you to Ms. Tyndall for always being there to help us accomplish any goal we have set for ourselves, both personally and academically. Thank you to Mr. Gardner for teaching us study habits that prepare us for the brick wall that we call college. Thank you to Ms. Woolard for helping everyone believe they can do math and they must remember to just think, people. Thank you to Mr. Whaley for teaching us the importance and definition of living to serve, and to Ms. Maxey for always being there to put a smile on our faces. South Lenoir is made up of a wonderful staff that is always willing to help. On behalf of the class of 2020, I would like to thank the staff for all their hard work and dedication in helping us get to where we are today. We must also thank our parents, grandparents, aunts, uncles, and family friends that have sacrificed so much to help us get here. Without you, this would not be possible. To my fellow classmates, I recommend walking down the halls one last time to reminisce about the classrooms, the gym, the football field, the cafeteria, and the memories of the years that went by too quickly. We are now leaving, some of us leaving Deep Run and Lenoir County for the last time, and others with the intention of returning. I believe I speak for our class when I say these were truly the years that have gone by too quickly. Class of 2020, I will leave you with this quote. Now go and make interesting mistakes, amazing mistakes, make glorious and fantastic mistakes. Break the rules and leave the world more interesting from you being here. Thank you and congratulations, class of 2020.
Thank you, Aiden. Now, a few kind words I'll say from one of Michaela's teachers. In a biography on Oprah Winfrey, she is quoted to say, "On my own, I will just create, and if it works, it works, and if it doesn't, I'll just create something else. I don't have any limitations now on what I could do or be." These words truly convey the inquisitive and scholarly spirit of Michaela Elmore. Michaela personifies these words because she takes responsibility for her work. She sees challenges not as unachievable goals, but as building blocks towards self-improvement. Michaela sets the example that one should do her best at every task, not because of the accolades or acclaim success might bring, but rather she believes in the reward of a job well done. Many were the times she would meet with me and seek advice on building skills to improve her writing or to understand written material. Michaela isn't a complainer, but rather she possesses a loving and nurturing nature. No matter the challenge or task at hand, she graciously greets the world with a smile on her face. Poet Rupa Kaur writes, "Of course I want to be successful, but I don't crave success from me. I need to be successful to gain enough milk and honey to help those around me succeed." There is no doubt Michaela will be successful. She strives for perfection in all that she does. The thing that sets Michaela apart is that her successes may not always be seen in tangible objects, but will be seen through the lives and successes of others due to her unselfish sharing of the milk and honey of knowledge. Oprah also stated, "My goal for myself is to reach the highest level of humanity that is possible for me." Clearly, that is a goal that Michaela shares. Her efforts to be successful are not for her alone, a fact that is readily seen through her efforts to tutor other students in math or in her position as a team player on the ball field. I will always fondly remember Michaela as one of the most dedicated, inquisitive, and positive students I have ever taught. Her successes will doubtless be many. Her smiles brighten any room. Her inquisitive and loving spirit is inspirational. At this time, Michaela will come forward and give her senior speech.
Good morning, everyone. I would like to welcome family, friends, teachers, and other distinguished guests to the South Lenoir High School 2020 graduation ceremony. I want to start by expressing the gratitude I have to be standing here before you on such a memorable occasion. It is a dream come true, an honor and a privilege to be representing and speaking on behalf of South Lenoir's graduating class of 2020. This past year has been unexpected, to say the least. #social distancing. Never would I have imagined spending my 18th birthday in quarantine or losing the ability to partake in daily activities, events, and gatherings. I vividly remember a conversation I had with one of my fellow classmates at the beginning of the year, where we discussed how eager we both were for graduation and summer break. I recently realized as I was sitting in my room experiencing one of many mental breakdowns that I had willingly wished my senior year away, and now it is gone. In that moment of weakness and despair, with tears rolling down my cheeks, I was ashamed of myself for what I had done. I'm sure my fellow classmates can agree when I say, this is not what we had in mind when we pictured senior year. Senior year is supposed to be one of the best years of a person's life, and sadly, we did not have the chance to receive the senior experience in full. What we must take from this is to always live life in the present. Don't waste time worrying about the past or what scary things the future might hold. Live life to the fullest and make the most of right now. To all the friends and family of the graduating class of 2020, thank you. From parents and grandparents to best friends and bosses, thank you for never letting us down or leaving our sides. We have all gone to great lengths to make it to this day, and on behalf of the South Lenoir 2020 graduating class, we cannot express how thankful we are for all the support and love you have shown us throughout the past 12 years of our lives. Even when you wanted to strangle us for deliberately disobeying what you said or just ignoring it altogether, you showed us mercy and grace. We wouldn't be where we are today without each and every one of you. To my mom, thank you for all the foot rubs, lunch dates, and shopping trips over the years. From waking me up at 3 a.m. to study for my college exams, to cheering me on at every high school volleyball game, you have truly been there through it all. I will always cherish the memories we have made and the laughs until we cried we have shared. You have been an unprecedented role model in my life, and I admire you in so many ways. It is because of you that I set my standards high and always put others' needs before my own. You are such a light in this world, and I'm beyond proud to be your daughter. To my very special dad, thank you for instilling within me all the necessary tools of life. You have always been my rock, someone I knew I could count on when I had a bad day or made a bad grade, because I definitely couldn't tell Mom. I'll never forget your famous line, just do your best and you'll be fine. Those words have brought me through so many tough tests and situations in life that I did not quite understand how to handle on my own. You keep me grounded and show me unconditional love even when it is so undeserved. You taught me how to defend myself and those I love. I now accept my flaws and imperfections because you've shown me that it's okay not to be perfect all the time. I love you, and I'll always be your little girl. To all the South Lenoir staff and administration, it's been real hard and real long. All jokes aside, South Lenoir has been my saving grace. Many students view school as a prison, but this year granted me an entirely new perspective. School has been my sanctuary, a place I would go to obtain knowledge about the world around me and simply be myself. I have always been one to excel in school, and evolving my academic capability is a tremendous part of who I am. The teachers at South Lenoir have allowed me to grow not only as a student, but as an individual as well. They have pushed me outside of my comfort zone while teaching valuable academic skills I need for future success. To know Miss Saint-Amand is to love Miss Saint-Amand. Who would have thought acting out old plays could be so entertaining? The teachers here have also allowed me to discover myself and decide what is best for my future. Mr. Ryan Gardner, our rock star chemistry teacher, is one of the sole reasons I've decided to major in such a thing as biochemistry. A semester with him taught me how to understand sarcasm and respond to hard love without falling apart. How could I forget Miss Dawson, who greeted us every morning with a cheerful Buenos dias, or Miss Potter and her infamous mnemonics that saved my math grade time and time again. These are only the few of the influential teachers I've had the pleasure of knowing during my time at South Lenoir. Every teacher here has impacted me in a significant way, so I offer you my sincerest gratitude. Thank you, counselors and administration, for ensuring my success every step of the way, for being there through college application week and sending out countless emails. Your hard work and dedication have never gone unnoticed. To my fellow graduates, we've made it. As I was writing this speech, I wanted this particular section to be a reminder that this grand milestone you're about to complete is only the beginning of the rest of your journey. It is hard to believe we have gone from orchestrating epic kickball games in the 5th grade to placing biscuit bets with Mr. Mooring and hiding our cell phones in our back pockets as we ruled the middle school hallways, to annoying our high school teachers with random bursts of TikTok dancing and never making it to class on time. Although high school consisted of 4 of the most stressful years of our lives, it allowed us to discover the people and things that make us who we are. We embarked on new endeavors and jumped at all the opportunities it had to offer. As we've all prepared to go our separate ways, I would like to thank each of you for the effect you have had on me during my time here at South Lenoir. I feel blessed to have made such honorable, lifelong friendships and unforgettable memories. Together, we have become the bright young men and women we are today, and we have certainly made our mark on South Lenoir High School. It is now time to venture out and make our mark on the real world, a world we have been preparing to meet for the past 12 years. Some advice I wish to give to you is always be yourself and stand up for the things you believe in. Never let others define you and your ability to succeed in all that you do. Make mistakes and learn from your mistakes. Never accept failure, because the ability to overcome defeat is what propels our society forward. Strive to be a better person tomorrow than you are today. Take chances and be fearless in doing so. Like William Arthur Ward once said, "If you can imagine it, you can achieve it. If you can dream it, you can become it." Although this chapter in our lives is coming to a solemn end, I know the future holds exciting things for us all. As I look out among you today, I see our future healthcare professionals, lawyers, electricians, bakers, business owners, CEOs, and so much more. The time has come. Make this next chapter count. You have earned it. Congratulations, graduating class of 2020, and go Devils.
Thank you, Michaela. At this time is now the most important part of the ceremony. It is the awarding of the diplomas. So we afford each senior the respect that is due. We ask the audience to refrain from engaging in any disruptive behaviors. These young ladies and gentlemen have waited 13 years to hear their names called at graduation. So we ask you, please respect their moment and please hold all applause until all senior names have been called. Thank you for your cooperation and understanding.
Lorenzo Acuna Jr. William Seth Baker. Eric Hans Peter Bloom. Gilberto Emmanuel Bonilla Perez. Troy Harper Boyette. Andre Ethan Cahoon, National Honor Society, North Carolina Academic Scholar, cum laude. Marina Lydia Castillo, National Honor Society, North Carolina Academic Scholar. Heath McCade Cates. Marcus Dillon Chavis. Mahala Sharon Khalid. Laniqua Renee Cooper. Rosemary Parker Crawley, National Honor Society, North Carolina Academic Scholar, cum laude. Reagan Elise Kroom. Hunter Chase Daniels, National Honor Society, North Carolina Academic Scholar, cum laude. James Thomas Davidson. Monteriana Shanice Davis. Trevor Grant Davis. Mallory Brooke Dawson. Jaden Blair Dixon. Michaela Jordan Elmore, National Honor Society, North Carolina Academic Scholar, summa cum laude. George Espinoza. Jordan Winter Ezell, National Honor Society, North Carolina Academic Scholar, cum laude. Nancy Flores. Esteban de Jesus Hernandez Flores. Verlina Chantel Foster. Enrico Alim Freeman. Bailey Nicole Freeman, National Honor Society, North Carolina Academic Scholar. Elijah George Gabriel. Angel Fabian Castillo Garcia. Ethan Caleb Garris. Sierra Michaela Gilbert. Cameron Kathleen Goff, National Honor Society, North Carolina Academic Scholar, cum laude. Carla Guardiola Herrera. Destiny Michelle Frederica Hall. Jensen Tyler Hamilton. Christopher Ray Hardy. Avery Faith Harper, National Honor Society, North Carolina Academic Scholar, magna cum laude. India Catherine Harper, National Honor Society, North Carolina Academic Scholar. Jessica Grace Harris, National Honor Society, North Carolina Academic Scholar, cum laude. Domingo Hernandez Martinez, Jr., National Honor Society, North Carolina Academic Scholar. John Seeger Hill. Cornisha Lene Holmes. Danielle Marie Howard. Brett Scott Huffman, National Honor Society, North Carolina Academic Scholar, summa cum laude. Austin Scott Huggins. Christina May Hughes. Ian Patrick Ireland, National Honor Society, North Carolina Academic Scholar, magna cum laude. Jemiah Nariel Jackson. Cassidy Nicole Jarman. James Todd Jarman, Jr. Kyle Marquise Jenkins. Arferi Mercedes Divine Jones. Mackenzie Faith Jones. Madison Nicole Jones. Rebecca Jade Jones. Jarrett Wade Kennedy. Calvin Carlisle Kenyon Jr. Alyssa Danielle Kapansky. Christian Phoenix Carnegie. Crystal Cheyenne Langley. Chloe Paige Linhart. Devin Joseph Leiker. Logan McLeod Lucas. Connor Franklin Lynch. Jackson Hardy Lynch, National Honor Society, North Carolina Academic Scholar, cum laude. Cannon Blake Maples, North Carolina Academic Scholar. Khalil Lachey Mason. Joseph Cole Matthews. John Cornelius McLean. Ashton Isaiah Medeiros. Mariana Lindano Meneses. Coco Aaron Misibuko. Caroline Elizabeth Moore. Montiana Taishanique Moore. Declan Kit Murphy. Taylor Brooke Murray. Lloyd Donnell Nobles. Marissa Grace Norris. Jadon Blue Phillips. Emily Drew Pittman. Alyssa Louise Pope. Cole Noble Price. Janoy Shalik Pryor. Chandler Harrison Quinn. Crystal Rangel Ramirez. Mary Elizabeth Rhodes. Reagan Drew Roberts. Diego Ernesto Rodriguez Tapia. Aiden Strickland Rouse, National Honor Society, North Carolina Academic Scholar, magna cum laude. Mackenzie Renee Rouse. Sujel Carolina Avila Salas. Luis Rodrigo Rodriguez Salazar. Aubrey Faith Smith. Bailey Joe Smith, National Honor Society, North Carolina Academic Scholar. Dominique Zanel Nike Staten. Holden Chase Strain. Sarah Beth Stroud, National Honor Society, North Carolina Academic Scholar, magna cum laude. Tabitha Ann Stroud. Denarius DeKeys Swinson. Hannah Marie Swinson. Summer Ray Swinson. Amber Brooke Taylor. Avery Claire Taylor, National Honor Society. Cassidy Gail Terrell. Matthew Camden Turner, National Honor Society, North Carolina Academic Scholar, magna cum laude. Carmen Lynette Tyndall. Shari Michelle Tyndall, National Honor Society, North Carolina Academic Scholar. John Dawson Tyndall, National Honor Society, North Carolina Academic Scholar. Vian Emmanuel Vila. Eduardo Villafranco Tovar. Kanan Ryan Weston. Damian Shane Whaley. Elizabeth Jo Whitfield, National Honor Society. Jamal Alik Whitfield. Jalen Devon Wiggins. Amanda Blake Williams. Ashton Redding Williams. Tamaya Denisha Williams. Tyron McHale Williams. Ariel Bianca Wynn. Jaylon Khalid Winstead. Hitchin Zhang, National Honor Society, North Carolina Academic Scholar, summa cum laude.
I am Brent Williams, proud superintendent of Lenoir County Public Schools. Today I want to congratulate the Lenoir County Public Schools class of 2020. You have worked very hard in fulfillment of your goals and in reaching this important milestone of high school graduation. The events of this spring of your senior year have been ones that nobody could see coming or nobody ever even thought imaginable. Surely the last few weeks have been very difficult and uncertain. One thing, however, that's never been uncertain is your resolve to overcome, to persevere, and to push through the obstacles that have been placed in your way and to excel. Your level of resilience has been impressive to me and to every member of this school system family. You've stepped up in ways that nobody even thought possible before. You have embraced hope, founded in a belief in others, and supported by an unwavering notion that not only will we get through this pandemic, but that we'll be better having gone through it together. I am very thankful for every member of the class of 2020. I've always been proud to be your superintendent, but never more so than in this moment of crisis, witnessing firsthand the resilience of our student body and our staff members in working so hard to overcome these obstacles and to succeed anyway. I encourage you in looking at graduation and the end of your time in Lenoir County Public Schools to think about the whole journey. I want you to think, yes, about the successes and the well-deserved acclaim that's coming and congratulations that are coming your way. But I also encourage you to think about the whole journey. Think about the relationships with the people that you've met along the way who've touched your lives in so many significant ways. Those are the relationships and the lifelong memories that you will take with you always. The members of the Lenoir County Public Schools extended family and I will eagerly await news of all the great things that lie ahead for you in your lifelong journey of excellence. I encourage you not to look upon your graduation from high school as the end of anything. Instead, I encourage you to look upon it as just the beginning of the next steps of your journey of success now and always. Your talents are many and your potential is without limits. We, the members of the Lenoir County Public Schools staff and the Board of Education, we join together today in saying we send you forth with our congratulations, we send you forth with our admiration, and purely we send you forth with our love. Congratulations again. Thank you.